We're with the godfather of referees, folks, Mr. Joe Cortez. Of course, Joe, formerly of the East Coast, now Mr. Las Vegas. How's life treating you, man?
Life has been great, you know. Now that I retired as a referee, I'm still helping out my colleagues in boxing and did a little bit commentating for ESPN. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still in the mix.
You probably are the most benevolent man in boxing as far as, I mean, you're not a zillionaire, but yet you help everybody out. Why do you do that? Tell me.
That's my nature. That's the way I was brought up, helping people out. I love helping, I like to see individuals succeed, get to another level. And, you know, in this world, we need people around us that, you know, give you a helping hand when you most need it. And there's nothing more rewarding than to have somebody always trying to, you know, get you up there, get you. I like to see individuals develop their talents. Like referees here in Las Vegas. I remember when I first came here over 20-some years ago, one of the things that I felt was we needed in boxing was to have a rotation system. Give all the referees an opportunity. And I knew referees like Kenny Bayless, Tony Weeks, Jay Nady, Robert Byrd, all these guys, they had great talent, but they didn't have that rotation system in place. And I felt a little bit out of place because I felt, you know, Richard Steele, Mills Lanes, and myself were getting all the big fights. And I said, you know, I know these young referees have great talent. I know we're not going to be there forever. I said, we have to start training these guys. The only way you're going to develop their skills and their confidence level is by giving them the championship fights. And look at today, when we all stepped down, Richard Steele, Mills Lane, myself, and look at the good quality referees that we have. It's all because you have to give them that chance and opportunity.
Mitch Halperin, Richard Green, Toby Gibson, 3 referees, all committed suicide. They all died violently. That was a little weird, wasn't it?
It was a little weird, you know, but you got to wonder. That's why I told my referees, I said my referees, because all my referees around the world, they're like my brothers. And I say that we have to always stick together. Sometimes there are some difficult times. Things happen in boxing. It could be controversial decisions. It could be personal reasons why they commit suicide. And I say, you know, you have to stick up for these guys. You see, sometimes there's controversial fights. And there's when a police officer gets involved in the shooting, he has kind of a rehab type of a program that they work with these guys. In boxing, a referee is involved in a fight, a fighter dies, and people think that this does not affect the referees. I was involved in a fight one time where a referee died a couple of days after I refereed this fight. Mitch Halperin did one, as other referee Richard Green as well, and I think we need to follow up and not just let these guys take off and go on their own. You don't know what's going inside their heads. This could be working on them. So they commit suicide because of that. We don't know. We probably will never know. But one thing that should be in place is working with the officials. Where if there's something, a tragedy happens in the family, they got to go for some kind of counseling. They need counseling. This way to get them out of that. Don't make them feel like they're guilty because they were the referee. You know, sometimes they think that it was maybe their fault. They could have stopped it sooner. You know. And so counseling is very important for officials.
What do you think are the keys to being a good referee? I mean, a lot of guys get all this training, and I mean, they train with the best. I know guys that have trained with you and have turned out to be the greatest referees in the world. What's the difference between a good referee and a great referee? What's the difference?
Well, in boxing, you know, you have to be dedicated to the sport. You have to try to leave no stones unturned when it comes to refereeing. You always got to be thinking. You got to sleep, eat, drink. Everything is boxing to make you, you know, above the rest. You just can't settle for being second best. I say you have to try to be the best at what you're doing. Not only in boxing, but anything in life. You got to strive to work it harder and harder. I believe there's always room for improvement. You can always raise the bar, but you have to be dedicated and be a student of the sport. You have to really dedicate yourself 150%, not 100%, you got to go 150%. Because like I said, you have to give it more. Give the most that you can in boxing. You got to definitely raise the bar and you'll be a top referee.
And that's why he's one of the best, folks. Joe Cortez, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Pedro Fernandez, you're the best.